各位记者朋友，大家下。
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. The questions, please.
总台华语中心记者提问：据报道，10月21号在越南第15届国会第8次会议
CCTV. On October the 21st, Long Chong, Permanent Secretary of the Secretariat of the PCVC Central Committee and was elected President of Vietnam, was China's comment and was China's expectation for bilateral ties. China congratulates Comrade Long Chong on his election as President of Vietnam. We believe that under the leadership of the Central Committee of the CPV, the Vietnamese people will make new and greater achievements in the cause of socialist modernization. China and Vietnam are a community with a shared future with strategic significance. Next year will mark the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between the two countries and the China-Vietnam people-to-people exchange year, which brings new historic opportunities for the growth of bilateral ties. China is ready to work with Vietnam to implement the high-level consensus reached by the two parties and the two countries, carry forward traditional friendship, deepen mutually beneficial cooperation, and promote more solid progress in building the China-Vietnam community with a shared future and deliver more benefits to the two peoples. Next one, please.
Hello. Thank you, spokesperson. Question from Reuters.
路透社，印度外交部长昨日表示，中印双方在具有争议边界的巡逻安排达成协议，这将会解决2020年出现的问题。中方可否证实？是否会公开信息？第二个问题是，通过这一问题解决，中印双方的领导人在金砖峰会上进行会晤，是否会奠定基础？
提到的第一个问题。
On your first question, over a recent period of time, China and India have been in close communication through diplomatic and military channels on issues related to China-India border. Now, the two sides have reached resolutions on relevant matters, which China speaks highly of. Going forward, China will continue to work with India to implement these resolutions. On the bilateral meeting that you mentioned, I answered similar questions yesterday. We will keep you updated if anything comes up. Next one, please.
From PTI.
印报托，您刚才证实印度外交秘书的昨日表态及结束在那里的对峙状态，同时您也表示中方十分重视这一协议。您能否提供一些细节？中印双方如何达成这一协议的？是否已经完成了？还是说马上就会执行呢？
刚才我已经
Just now I answered relevant question.
中印双
This is China and India reached resolutions and are in close communication on relevant issues through diplomatic and military channels, and we've reached resolutions. Looking forward, China will work with India to implement the resolutions.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
TASS. President Xi Jinping took a charter flight to Kazan to attend the 16th BRICS summit. Yesterday, aide to the President Yushakov said that on October 22nd, President Putin will have a meeting with President Xi Jinping on the margins of the BRICS summit. What's your expectation of the summit? At the invitation of President of the Russian Federation Vladimir Putin, from October 22nd to 24th, President Xi Jinping traveled to Kazan, Russia to attend the 16th BRICS Summit, where there is an opportunity for the two presidents to have a meeting and an in-depth exchange of views on bilateral relations and international and regional issues. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。北京新京报记者提问：我们注意到近期法国、欧洲。
Beijing Youth Daily. Recently, Euronews in France, Travel and Tour World in the US, 联合早报 in Singapore, and other media commented that in recent years, China's visa-free policies, e-payment services, facilities with better bilingual services, and convenient transport system have made foreigners travel in China much easier and brought in a good number of foreign travelers. What's your comment? Glad to see the growing popularity of China travel. The latest statistics from competent authorities show that in the third quarter this year, China received 8.186 million foreign travelers, up by 48.8% year-on-year. Among them, 4.885 million entered China visa-free, up by 78.6% year-on-year. Foreign media found that the number of travel bookings made by European tourists to China has already been higher than that in 2019. The enthusiasm to visit China and better immersive experience of foreign travelers would not have been possible without the facilitating measures China rolled out, such as including more countries in its visa waiver program. Not waiting time for entry inspection and security check is further cut out, and foreign travelers can use their bank card issued by overseas institutions to take subway. Their traveling, living and working in China have been much more convenient. The days are getting colder in northern China, but our welcome remains warm. We will further improve visa-free policies and other measures, and make travel and stay in China more foreigner-friendly. China's door to the world is always open, and welcome to unlock your experience here. Next one, please.
Hi, Bloomberg News.
彭博社想询问一下关于中印之间的问题。您说中印在相关事情上达成了协议，是关于实际控制线的吗？还是关于边界的呢？
刚才已经提到了。
As I've said, two sides, through diplomatic and military channels, have been in close communication and reached resolutions.
Doesn't answer the question.
但是您刚才没有回答问题，相关的问题是什么问题呢？您没有非常清楚地表示是哪一些问题。比如，如果我们写一份报道，写的是对于相关问题，但没有说明。
可以提供的信息。
I have nothing more to add.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。澎湃新闻记者提问：日前，国际保护知识产权
The paper, the World Congress of International Association for the Protection of IP, opened in Hangzhou. About 2,300 participants from 92 countries and regions gathered to discuss hot issues in the field. This is the first time that the Congress was held in China since AIPPI's establishment 127 years ago. What's your comment? The IPPI, for the first time, was held by relevant competent authorities in China, and this is the first time for the association to hold its World Congress in China, which shows the international community's recognition of China's intellectual property protection. President Xi Jinping's congratulatory letter to the Congress reflects the importance that China attaches to IP protection. Through the strategy of building national strength in IP protection, China has been deeply participating in global intellectual property governance. As the third plenum decided, China is to establish an efficient, comprehensive intellectual property management system. China is the first country in the world that has over 4 million domestic valid invention patents, and the number of international patent applications under PCT has ranked first in the world for 5 consecutive years. China has also established stable cooperative relations with more than 80 countries and regions, and more than 200 intellectual property cooperation agreements are in effect. IP protection promotes China's high-quality development, makes it faster to transform from made in China to innovated in China, and helps with China's high-level opening up, as it generates a legal, innovative, and favorable business environment for worldwide enterprises. We protect the IP rights of domestic and foreign enterprises as equals. The number of applications, authorizations, and holdings of intellectual patents of foreign companies in China have increased rapidly year by year. By June this year, the number of foreign valid invention patents and valid registered trademarks in China have reached 919,000 and 2.135 million respectively. This shows foreign investors' full confidence in China's IP protection. China is ready to work with all countries to strengthen practical and mutually beneficial dialogue and cooperation, to jointly build a global governance pattern featuring extensive consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits, so that foreign enterprises can continue to benefit from China's development and that knowledge and innovation can better energize the international community. Next one, please.
穆迪总理也将会去金砖峰会，中印双方领导人是否会在峰会上进行会晤呢？
I just answered this question and also answered this question yesterday. We'll keep you updated if anything comes up.
还有其他问题吗？
Anything else?
中国日报，据悉，中国同梵蒂冈
China Daily. We've learned that China has decided to renew the provisional agreement on the appointment of bishops with the Vatican. Can you confirm that, and what's your comment? Since the provisional agreement regarding the appointment of bishops between China and the Vatican was signed in 2018, it has been extended twice in 2020 and 2022 respectively. The achievements in the implementation of the agreement have been commended by both sides. Through friendly consultation, the two sides have agreed to extend the agreement for another 4 years. The two sides will maintain contact and talks in a constructive spirit and continue to advance the improvement of China and Vatican relations. Next one, please.
还有其他问题吗？
Anything else?
好，那今天的记者会到此。
Then let's call it a day. Thank you for coming.